Have you ever felt like you had a great destiny, but something inside you kept getting in the way? The story of Samson isn't just an ancient tale of a strong man. It's a mirror reflecting our own deepest struggles. It's a story about strength, weakness, betrayal, and ultimately, redemption. But what if the source of Samson's incredible power was also the source of his greatest pain? Let us journey back 3,000 years to uncover the hidden psychological and spiritual drama of one of the Bible's most tragic heroes. Samson's story begins before he was even born. An angel appears to his mother, declaring he will be a Nazirite from birth, set apart for God, never to cut his hair, destined to begin the deliverance of Israel from the Philistines. Imagine the weight of that. From his first breath, he is the chosen one. This isn't just a title. It's the core of his identity. All his life, he's known. He's different. Special. This divine calling is the source of his supernatural strength, but it also creates a profound inner conflict. His strength isn't truly his own. It's a gift tied to a covenant. This creates a deep-seated pressure, a need to constantly prove his worthiness, and a loneliness that no one around him can truly understand. He is set apart, not just for God, but from everyone else. This emotional isolation becomes the fertile ground for his future self-destructive patterns. Looking for connection, for someone to see him beyond the label of chosen one, Samson dives headfirst into impulsive relationships. His first demand is for a Philistine woman from Tim. His parents are horrified, but Samson insists, "Get her for me, for she is right in my eyes." This phrase, "right in my eyes," becomes a recurring theme, a red flag for his decision-making process. He's not seeking a partner who is right in God's eyes, but one who satisfies an immediate emotional need. This isn't about love. It's about validation. He's drawn to the other, the forbidden, perhaps as a way to test the boundaries of his own identity. Is he truly Samson, the Nazirite of God, or just a man with desires? Each relationship is a desperate attempt to fill the void of his isolation, to find someone who accepts him for who he is. Yet, he consistently chooses women who challenge his vow and threaten his calling, revealing a deep psychological pattern. He seeks validation from the very people who represent the opposition he was born to fight. It's a cry for help, disguised as rebellion. Samson's incredible physical strength masks a devastating internal weakness, a complete lack of self. He operates on pure impulse. When he's angry, he tears a lion apart with his bare hands. When he feels betrayed, he ties torches to the tails of 300 foxes. When he's thirsty, he cries out to God. There's no middle ground. No pause for reflection. He is a man of extreme reactions, driven by raw, unchecked emotion. His strength, a gift meant for a divine purpose, becomes a tool for personal vengeance and emotional outbursts. This is where everything changes. The gift becomes a curse because the man wielding it has no discipline. Think about it in our own lives. What are our superpowers? Is it intellect? Creativity? Charisma? Without self-control, without boundaries, these great gifts can lead to our ruin. Samson's journey is a powerful warning that talent without character is a recipe for disaster. His greatest enemy wasn't the Philistines. It was his own untamed heart. And then comes Dalilah. We often paint her as the ultimate villain, the seductress who brought down the hero. But from a deeper perspective, Dalilah is more than just a person. She is a mirror. She is the embodiment of all his unresolved internal struggles. She represents the allure of the forbidden, the temptation he's flirted with his entire life. The Philistine lords offer her money to discover the secret of his strength. 3 times, she asks, and 3 times, Samson lies to her, playing a dangerous game. He knows she's not trustworthy, yet he stays. Why? Because the dynamic is familiar. He is once again seeking validation from someone who threatens his core identity. He enjoys the game, the thrill of being desired and pursued, even if it's for the wrong reasons. Dalilah's persistent questioning is like his own inner voice, nagging at the truth he refuses to confront. He is addicted to the validation she offers, even if it's false. In her, he He finally finds someone as relentless as his own impulses, and it's this fateful mirroring that leads to his downfall. He finally gives in. "No razor has ever come upon my head," he confesses, "for I have been a Nazarite to God from my mother's womb. If I am Saben, then my strength will leave me." He lays his head in her lap, a posture of complete surrender. Not out of love, but out of emotional exhaustion. He's tired of the fight. While he sleeps, his hair is cut. When he wakes, he says, "I will go out as at other times and shake myself free." But the Bible tells us he did not know that the Lord had departed from him. In that one sentence lies the ultimate tragedy. His strength was never in his hair. It was in his covenant with God. The hair was just the symbol. By breaking his vow, he severed the connection. The Philistines seize him, and in an act of profound symbolism, they gouge out his eyes. He who had lived his life guided by what was right in his eyes is now physically blind. His external sight is taken away, but this is the very moment his internal vision can begin. In the darkness of his prison, chained and grinding grain like an animal, Samson is finally broken. The arrogant, impulsive strong man is gone. All he has left is his humiliation and his memory of God. In this place of total weakness, something shifts. The noise of his ego is silenced, and for the first time, he can truly listen. His hair, the symbol of his vow, begins to grow back. This isn't just a physical detail. It's a sign of a new beginning, a slow, quiet restoration of his covenant. He's no longer the celebrated hero, but a humbled prisoner. It is from this position of utter humility, stripped of everything he once valued, that he finally finds true strength. Not the strength to show off or to win a woman, but the strength that comes from total dependence on God. The final scene is set in the Philistine temple. Thousands are gathered to celebrate, mocking the blind Israelite who was once their terror. They bring him out to entertain the crowds. Samson, leaning on the pillars, utters his last prayer. It's not a cry of arrogance, but a plea of raw humility. "O Lord God, please remember me and please strengthen me only this once." It's the first time he's not acting for himself. He asks for strength, not to save his own life, but to fulfill his original purpose, even if it costs him everything. In pushing down the pillars, he brings the temple down, destroying more of his enemies in his death than he ever did in his life. This final act isn't just suicide or revenge. It is an act of redemption. In his moment of greatest physical weakness and blindness, he sees his purpose clearly. He finally surrenders his own will to God's will. Samson's life teaches us that our greatest foes can lead to our most profound moments of clarity. It's a reminder that it's never too late to turn back to find purpose in our brokenness, and to realize that true strength is found not in what we can do, but in our surrender to something greater than ourselves. Samson's story is timeless because it's our story. We all have gifts and callings. We all fight inner battles with ego, desire, and a lack of self. We all set poor boundaries and seek validation in the wrong places. But Samson's journey shows us that even when we feel we've lost everything, our strength, our vision, our purpose, there is always a path to redemption. It begins in the dark, in the quiet, when we finally stop looking with our own eyes and start seeing with our hearts. It begins with a humble prayer, a recognition that we can't do it on our own. Samson's legacy is not just about his strength, but about the profound truth that our greatest purpose can be found in our deepest surrender. Thank you for joining me on this journey through Samson's life. If this story resonated with you, consider subscribing for more deep dives into the powerful stories that shape us. What other figures would you like to explore? Let me know in the comments below.